Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. We're glad you're here. Friday, June the 4th. What's significant about today? It is opening of a recreational snapper season, and right now, they're in line, I promise you, at the county ramp. I've talked to people, they were getting there at 4:30 this morning to try to avoid the mayhem of people down at the city dock anyway. So I know the same way in St. Andrews and all over, because and all down the Carabel, and I guarantee you there's a lot of folks going out today. So let's get to our weather. Hopefully they're going to have good weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and his company up there in Southport. High today, 88, right at 90. It's warm. Low's going to be a little bit cooler, 68. And water temperature is just like it was yesterday, 81.5 at the end of the pier. River readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. Own the outdoors with Mountain Dew. Apalachicola at Bluntstown, 5.1, and got a little bit of a drop to it. And at Choctaw at Caraville, 5.6, and it has a drop to it. Folks, the river is right. I'm telling you, if you want to get on the river this weekend, it's going to be right. We've got several good fishing reports we'll talk about later on in the show, but it's in good shape. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Now, that's about the only thing not really swinging really good for us today, because we don't have much of a tide. We got a high tide right now about 8:09 this morning, a low at 9:23. Not much movement, but it's going to be coming in because we're going to have a southwest wind at, double figures at 11 miles an hour southwest. It's been. I've talked to some of the commercial captains. I've been in contact with them, and every trip they've taken has been a little choppy. It's just been a pretty strong wind, but people going on those trips, especially early in the season, or veteran people, and they know how to handle it. They've had some good trips, and tomorrow, our crew will make our annual red snapper trip with Captain Billy Archie on a Seminole wind. We're looking forward to it. We're going to be at the dock, talking about early. We'll be there about 5 o'clock and get in about 3 or 4. And it's just something, Lawrence Sledge, and we just all have a wonderful time with on that trip. So that's tomorrow. So we had a good brim fishing trip last week. We're going to try to catch some red snapper tomorrow. So we're trying to squeeze some fishing in all the midst of the activities we do have. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. First thing we're going to do is we want to give our condolences to one of our Panhandle Outdoors team members, Victor Hathcote. Dad passed away recently, and we got this picture here of him, and he tried to let everybody know, and this is one good thing about social media, one way to do it. My dad, this is from Victor, my dad, Johnny Joe, passed away last Tuesday. I appreciate the numerous friends and families that convey their love and concern. We're very blessed to have him so many years. So, you got to stop and think about it. With a name like that, he's got to love the outdoors. I remember I've heard Victor talk about up there in North Alabama and doing that. What a great place to grow up and all. What a beautiful area. So I know they did a lot of great outdoor things together. So Victor, you and your family have our condolences and prayers. So I know to have someone for so long is a blessing in itself. Okay, next couple of pictures. Speaking of Blake Sutherland, not so serious bass Saturday tournament. They're having one in. This is helping another outdoor group. It's called Big and Smalls Outdoors. It's a fundraiser, June the 19th at Deer Point at the High Point ramp. I think they moved it though. In fact, they're from Mariana folks, and we'll find out more about that. But if you want to put it on the calendar and fish that, June the 19th. Okay, got some more pictures here. Down here in Howard Creek, Tricia Culpepper Petty shared a post and took some good pictures. The Shad-Eye Shriners Annual Brim Fishing Tournament Fish Fry. Is that a great picture right there? Okay, and here are the winners. That's Tricia's picture. Let's see, who she said, okay, this is won by Mr. Myers and his grandson, Mr. Johnston. I know those folks, good fishing folks right there. Tricia, thank you for sharing those pictures. They got first place. I'll try to find a scoreboard. I had a scoreboard for you. And the brim fishing, a lot of folks had 20-something boats in it, and a lot of folks donated at the fish fry. Okay, Billy Grantham, Fished West Bay Saturday, got a bunch of rat reds and kept that one right there. That's Matthew. Good job, Matthew. That's a pretty one. And we're out of West Bay. Tony Seaborn, born and raised here, but lives up in Tennessee now. I've been wanting to send you this picture. It's a fish market in Times Square from our last trip to New York. Smoked mullet roe. In your morning show, if you want to get it up in order, I'll bring them down for a percentage. Looks like we're in the wrong business. So what he's talking about, look at the price. $99.80 a pound for smoked roe mullet. So we're gonna, next fall, we're gonna get an order together that Tony go up to New York and get them for us. All right. Derek Gibson sent this to me. What, on a May full moon? May did not disappoint on Talquin. There may be something to the fish not biting the day after the full moon. They bit great the day of, but poorly the day after. What about that? That we talked about that. I had my mother with me who had some medical issues, but she was determined to get on the boat. She had a ball. So here, that's interesting. All right, look at that mess of fish. And I love that sink. And it had his mom fishing with him. Great job. Thank you for sharing that with us, Derek. That's a pretty Lake Talquin, some pretty Lake Talquin fish. Okay, we're gonna, well, I'm at a breaking point. Not a breaking point, I'm at a point where the picture's breaking from fish to fish. Let me see if I got a couple more, because I want to talk about. Okay, let's look at this one here. Brock Meyer, going freshwater, caught a limit of kings, but neither in Spanish, on the kayak. You know, I had Brad yesterday talking about kayak fishing, and old Brock Meyer up there in North Alabama has been here a couple of years, and he is doing a heck of a job catching fish. He got a little guide service now, surf fishing, a little bit of everything, but he just has this passion for it. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Well, let's go ahead and show this. We're gonna show one more picture of this guy here. Y'all have heard it. I just put this on my Facebook. Daddy always said, be sure and fish around the full moon in May. So today, that's what my buddy Carl Andrews and I did. Thanks, Carl, for a great trip. And folks, we had a great trip. I got this video. We're gonna get this to you soon. Look at that mess of fish. And I'm shooting a selfie, and I don't know what I'm doing because I didn't get all the fish in it, but I got the two ugly guys in it. That's what counted. Carl had just got a place down there in Weewall down at the park, and we just had a great time. So anyway, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, we talked about it. Memorial Day opened up all kind of summer and everything, but the CCA Star Tournament is open. We need to register. Here, I've got it. I've just pulled it up online. It's sort of CCA Star. You just put it up. Summer-long statewide fishing competition. It was opening up. Had to register, and so it's all the different sponsors and different Facebook pages and all kind of neat stuff behind it. All kind of winning things you can win. The prizes. It's just all kind of prizes here to see. Just all kind of different competitions. I could go on and on. Trash division. See, it's not just catching the redfish. I mean, all kind of stuff they're giving away. Fly division. Let's see. We got a youth division. And then you got one thing. You got a drawing for just ladies division. Look at all this. King mackerel division. And I could just get carried away with this. AFCO, a mahi, whoever catches the biggest mahi. So it's not just redfish, they've opened up all kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna try to catch that big redfish. Trout, snook, we can't do that, we don't have snook. And here's a non-tagged. What happens if they just gonna send a picture in, and they'll just put you in a prize drawing itself. And open inshore, and of course the salt. Here's look at these boats you can win. Look at this. All right, you can win this. You can win this Contender 22-footer. You can win this Pathfinder 22-foot. Okay, so that's enough of that. But anyway, they've already had this week, just in this 1 week, they've had 3 different people catch a tagged redfish, and guess what? None of them were registered. So that is amazing to me how that can happen, but it did. Let's see, one of the things, now, speaking of Memorial Day, we always get a chance to go over to Navarre Beach, and we have a cousin reunion, and it's always an enjoyable time. So 3 or 4 days and just have a great time. And it just fascinates me how that place has grown, because I remember the fishing pier. There used to be nothing out there but a fishing pier. So I took some pictures, just some pictures off my phone to show you. We don't, and I'm doing this to let you know, so we don't have that same thing happen down here. We already have it at Panama City Beach. What I'm talking about the condos, just wall to wall, which just brings in a density of people. You heard me talk about it before, and I just want to throw it out and keep throwing it out, because I want Gulf County and Franklin County and Mexico Beach to hear this and see this. Do not let this happen to you. You're our last hope. Gulf County, you're our last hope. So here's what I'm talking about right here. Okay. So there's a pier. See that pier? It used to be the only thing at Navarre Beach. I caught my first pompano off. That's a special pier to me. Way back in the late 60s, I caught a pompano, and I just fell in love with pompano fishing right there. And look at it now. Okay? That condo to the left, one we stayed in, I'm not a condo person, but we had 54 of us cousins and families there. It was just, we have a wonderful time. But here's what I want to show you. This is 3 rows of umbrellas. This shows how greedy people are. You just got to make every last dollar you can. Okay, 3 rows there. Okay, look at this, folks. I was going to walk down the beach to the pier. I had to get in the water. I couldn't walk down the beach because they put that front row right on the water's edge. Can you believe that? There's 3 rows just like that. I just looked around and just shook my head. I said, are you people? I didn't say anything to them in person because they're down there on vacation, but folks, this is what's coming if we don't stop it. I mean, as far as this is, okay, then, wait a minute. Look at the umbrella. 2 chairs, $35 a day, $175 a week for an umbrella and 2 chairs. Or if you want to do a big umbrella, bottom right-hand corner, $250 a week, just rent an umbrella. So I don't want to get on my high horse, but I do want you to understand the density of people talk about it. They're like, in fact, they put a moratorium. I don't think they'll build any more condos on Navarre Beach. And the traffic is just like Panama City Beach, on a little one road that's bumper to bumper. I have nothing against condos. They're very comfortable. We had a ball in them. But it's a trade-out. Do you want to be able to walk on the beach? Okay, so the only places left that, other than state parks, that saved us, thanks to Jack Mashburn, who had the foresight in 1951 to beat off the developers. But you have Mexico Beach, don't have a high rise. The city of Port St. Joe, the city commissioner, you outdoorsmen, you stay on top of them, and the county commissioner of Gulf County and the county commissioner of Franklin County. That's the last glimmer of hope here in the Florida Panhandle, that we don't get a complete solid wall-to-wall people. And it's just not. We're taking away the quality of life of our own environment. We talked about yesterday with Brad, the beautiful things we had. So I want to give you a first-hand account. It just hit me when I couldn't walk down the beach to the pier and had to get out in the water to walk. Just because you want to put one more row of umbrellas to make it $35 an umbrella. Okay, I just wanted to show that to you. Okay, let's talk about something more positive. Red snapper season, even Florida Sportsman has red snapper season talking about. So we're gonna do a fishing report in a minute. Before we get to the fishing report, I do want you to understand, commercial opened up June the 1st, which was Tuesday, and actual recreation started today, which is smart. Started on Friday instead of Saturday, and then tomorrow it'll all be open, commercial, and it's all open today. But it's going to be some really good fishing coming in. So anyway, let's get ready for our drawing. We're going to this has been a staple with us since the early days of doing the show. It's given away. I don't know. I need to wonder how much we've given away on the show to our loyal viewers like you. All right, now let's go to the first draw to be a $25 gift certificate to Los Angeles. And speaking of Santa Rosa Beach, how about Maria Borges from Santa Rosa Beach? Okay. Santa Rosa Beach, that's one of you in there. And the Santa Rosa County is Navarre. Okay, now the second one from Panama City Beach, Christian Jones. Okay. And now the $20 gift certificate a tarpon dock. And we had a big order. Our Memorial Day sale at the Panhandle Outdoors shop went real well. Got a word from Travis. He sold a lot of stuff, so appreciate that. Oh, we got to add some more names that you people have bought stuff. I forgot to do that. From Lynn Haven, Joe Walshingham. And the winner of the big red snapper, which we hope we're going to be catching tomorrow morning about this time. Well, maybe a little bit later. This is all the way from Southport, Mary Lee Walsh. So we have Santa Rosa Beach, Panama City Beach, Lynn Haven, and Southport. All right, we got them all covered. So we're going to take our final break, and we're going to come back and talk about the red snapper and talk about some more good freshwater fishing you can do. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Jeff and I were just talking about that during the commercial break, and he said Destin is even worse than Navarre Beach, and I just can't imagine. I'm going to go there one day and just look around. I mean, we cannot have that happen in the rest of the Panhandle because let me zoom in to Navarre Beach, what we're talking about. This is it's a cool place, Navarre, Santa Rosa County, right here. Come on in here to that's the bridge we'll go over, and then right here in the center. Okay, see the pier? That was the only thing out there. So now, these condos, okay, we're in one of those, see that condo right there at the pool? That little figure, that's where we were. And so I want to see the umbrellas, but there's a lot more now. But here's the silver lining, folks. See right here? You got a stretch of land. Look at all this. This is a national seashore. It goes, look at this. Look at that. Thank goodness. Gulf Islands, national seashore. So next year, let me tell you what happened this year. I actually took all my surf rods, my 3 surf rods, I packed them in the car, I put them in there before Gail started packing and put stuff over it because, not that she wouldn't let me go, but I was just kidding. I had my bucket, my 5-gallon bucket, never took it out of the car. So next year, I'm going to go fishing that national seashore, national island, national seashore area right there. So anyway, let's get back to what we're going to do this weekend. The big thing, look at here, the big red snapper. Snapper season, we just talked about it. People want to know how big this snapper is. This snapper, okay, here's a ruler. This snapper is right at 32 inches. So when somebody talks about they're catching to get a size, relatively size, about a 28 inch, anything in the high 20s is a big red snapper. This is about as big as it's going to come, really. That's a huge red snapper. That's a 20-something pounder, 25 pounder. So anyway, here's what's coming up for the weekend. The fish report. Let's talk about fresh water. Talked to Ray Howell up there in Bluntstown. Ray said it's dry. He said they're dragging boats across the sandbar. But he left out one thing. They're catching fish up there too. All right, thank you, Ray Howell. From Weewall, you saw the trip Carl Andrews and I had. They're biting in Weewall, folks. When I say Weewall, I'm talking about the whole river system, just Chipola, the big river, and the feeder creeks. When I say Weewall, I'm talking about a whole umbrella. And then up there in Bristol and Bluntstown, that's where Ray Howell is coming from, up in that area. So, and I talked to Steve Kame, old high school buddy, living down in T-Logia, been there a long time since he grew up in Quincy. He moved to T-Logia. And Steve said they're biting, but so are the yellow flies. So he said, Steve, like me, he's caught enough fish in a lifetime. He's just not going to, he just don't fish with the yellow flies. He said he just didn't want to fish anymore with yellow flies. So anyway, take your bug spray if you're going to fish there. Okay, the other things I've written down, red snapper, offshore, I just talked about it. The season goes all the way to July the 29th. Near shore, right? Go out the pass and fish some near shore stuff. They're catching kings. They're catching some kings off the pier. So the kings are coming in now fairly strong. You saw Brockmeyer there in a kayak catching some kings and bonita, a lot of bonita out there. People call them little tuna because they're part of the tuna family and trying to get people convinced to eat them like tuna fish. But I don't know about that. Surf fishing is strong. You saw Greg Brudnick in the video they had. And Greg said he gets a lot of calls and comments when he's on the show. So when he and Bill doing the show, so that's good. But Greg been on he got spoiled. Been on one Pompano trip and limited out. You won't always do that, but that's good. All right, now the other thing I had written down, the inshore flounder. Someone asked me yesterday, how do you catch those flounder right now? The flounder are going to be right over. You got potholes, those natural potholes. Then on the edge you have grass. And those flounder will be right on the edge of the grass and that sandy area, because that's where they feed. I know every year when I go scalloping, I just get a kick out of seeing some flounder, and I really get a kick out of I actually gig one. But most of them I say most, a lot of them are just a little bit too small. So I like to sneak up behind them and just sort of scare them and just watch them swim off. So it's just something I enjoy doing. Okay, so now the redfish bite has been really good. You saw the picture of Matthew Grantham caught that nice redfish. I've seen several good catches of redfish. You want to say good catches where they kept one or two and released about 4 or 5, 6 or 7 in different areas. West Bay's been really good. And East Bay, we haven't talked about East Bay lately, but East Bay's been really good. Crooked Island Sound right here. This is an area, this again, natural area around Crooked Island Sound, excellent fishing there. The Mexico Beach people, they're catching fish early. You want to get out there early now, Mexico Beach. Although they don't have the condos, it does get crowded, especially on the weekend. It gets people just enjoying the beach. So you want to fish early or fish late on any of those areas. So that's really good. I hadn't heard from Carabel this week, but I'm getting ready also probably next week to go fish behind St. George Island, our annual June trip with Gail's cousins. We've got a lot of fishing cousins, so I enjoy them. So hopefully I'll get some red snapper in tomorrow and get some kayak wade fishing in next week. And maybe if one of y'all come do the show, I got to fish some of these days. Okay, I got to wrap it up. Thank y'all. It's been a good week. It's been a great week as far as getting started the month of June. All kind of good things going on. So y'all have a great weekend and enjoy the great outdoors, and always do something good today for your fellow man. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.